Woo! Hey, my beautiful people. It is your girl, Dr. Shonna, and we're going to have a late night conversation about this stimulus package. And I think that you guys might like what I have to say, but of course, there's some of us in our community that is just not going to like what I have to say, and that's fine. I'm not here for those people. I'm here for those of us who want to do things differently. So, as always, go ahead and share the video. Share the video with your friends, your family, your colleagues, your enemies, your frenemies, and everybody else, because we're going to have a conversation about the stimulus check. So, again, if you are looking for the hypersensitization of being angry all the time and wanting to find the conspiracy in the government, which we know there are plenty, this is not the video for you. You guys know I love to do those kind of things, but today I have a different focus for a different reason because them checks are coming. Those checks are coming. And as many of you guys know, I am all about rebuilding our community, restructuring our community, improving our community, strengthening our community. I'm all about anything like that that pertains to our community. And we know that without economics, right? Without economics, our community is doomed. But there is no mistake why you getting these stimulus checks. There's no mistake why these things are coming. There's no mistake why the money is $1,200, and it's often a distraction in our community. I'm not saying that other people are not distracted. I know that we are not the only people that experience things this way, but we are the only people that experience things this way. If you know what I'm talking about, y'all know what I mean. So I am saying this because I'm talking in particular to my community. If you are a guest, remain respectful. You can listen in all you want, but the minute you start to get out of hand, my beloved moderators will block, ban, and delete you. It's just that simple. There is no democracy here on my channel. That's how I like to um, view it. So what I'm doing right now, family, is I'm on my Facebook page just to let them know that they are to join me right now in this conversation because we're going to go over the stimulus package. And it's very necessary that we start to have this conversation so that you guys don't wait until your money hits your mailbox for you guys to start acting the fool, because there has been research done on many of us and how we respond when it comes to money. And they are expecting us to act the fool and to spend our money to stimulate an economy that is on its way out. Y'all know a recession is coming, right? Family, y'all do know a recession is coming. I got my TV going in the background and it's causing the darkness. I hope you guys can see me. Let me just try to change my remote. This kung fu lady, pregnant lady from Netflix back there. I want to turn this crap off. Give me 1 second. I don't know why this thing is even on. I appreciate that, family. I just want to see the difference. You see the difference it made? I don't know why I had that TV on because I ain't watching it. The TV is clearly watching me because I've been researching. And I said, oh no, it's late night, but I need to go and talk to my critical thinkers because these checks are coming. Thank you so much, D Champion. D Champion said yes. The block game is strong. Absolutely, yes. So Alicia's saying thank you because I've been really looking forward to this conversation. Alicia, how you know I was going to have this conversation? Desiree saying, why do everybody keep bringing up weaves and lashes? Well, you know what, Desiree, let's not get sensitive. Let's not get sensitive, Desiree, because I probably talk about weaves and lashes too. No. But let's not get sensitive. The reason why everyone keeps bringing up weaves and lashes about the stimulus check, because we got to stop denying the fact that people in our community do stupid things. We got to stop denying the fact. I mean, people in all communities do stupid things. I don't want to just narrow it down to our community, but I'm talking to my people. Right. So if I'm talking to my people, let's just be honest. We do stupid goddamn things. And you got to understand, Alicia, the reason why people keep bringing this up, and maybe the way they're using their words, maybe the way they're trying to deliver the message is not right. Maybe because sometimes when people are on this side of the spectrum, we know that we have to keep your attention. So many people, they get on here and the way they deliver the message is kind of strong, it's brutal, it's hurtful, it's critical, it's shaming, it's blaming, it's naming. There's a lot of things that happen to our community because what they're trying to do is to get clicks, get views, get attention. So they don't realize that it's really hurting people. But if we really had that honest conversation about weaves and bags and shoes and cars and rent-a-center and furniture and flat screen TVs and Bluetooths and iPhones, I mean, I can just go on, and Nikes and summer clothes. I can just go on and on. The pum pum shorts. Am I telling my age? Pum pum shorts. God, you look so shocked every time you pass in a pum pum shorts. Everybody had pum pum shorts when I was growing up. Lord Jesus, I had to hide them in my book bag so my mama won't see because she was old fashioned. But nonetheless, but you know what? The truth is, I'm sorry about moving that camera, but the truth is, our community do these stupid things. And that's the thing. None of us really want to talk about the stupidity. And I get it. I get it. As marketing and branding, you don't want to talk about the things that's going to hurt people's feelings because that will hurt your views, hurt your money, hurt everything else, right? But I don't care about hurting your feelings. Listen, I'm going to try to have some empathy in what I deliver tonight. But if I can't be honest and if I can't be myself, and if we can't talk about what we see within ourselves and what we see within each other's, we're never going to get better, baby. We can't keep going this way. This is not the first time stimulus checks have been handed out and we still poor. And they're banking on that. They're banking on that. You know, so we're going to talk about the stimulus check. First of all, what is the stimulus check? And I'm not going to be standing out here, spending a lot of time on what the stimulus check actually is, because we got to get into the habit of doing our research. And this is what I mean. Somebody wrote me an email. And the sister said to me, Dr. Shonna, can you do a workshop or a webinar? Because I do webinars and I don't always talk about the stuff that I do. But if y'all really wanted to know, y'all Google me and you'll find out the stuff that I'm doing, where I'm at and how I'm doing it, right? I don't talk about it because whatever. If you want to find out, you'll find out. People find me all the time. People would see me in car dealerships and stuff. I had a lady say to me, she was smiling at me, looking all type of ways. And she was a very pretty woman. Her son was just a handsome little thing. And I had my two goons with me. And yes, y'all know Dr. Shonna, don't let this fool you. I do come out looking fabulous. However, you will see tatted up people with me with locks and everything else. And if you come to me, they step into you. It's just as simple as that. You may not even see them coming. I'll turn around off guard and they be right up on my behind like white on rice. You know this person. So don't be surprised when people see my little goons attached to me. They surprised that they with me and I'm with them. Don't be surprised. Somebody's got to snatch the shit out your throat if you want to get stupid. So yes, I keep them with me. Nonetheless, as I was saying, so I'm in a dealership and a young lady came up to me. She's all smiling. I had no idea what she was smiling at. She was just looking at me like I knew her. But apparently she knew me. So we hugged and we talked and we had a great time. And so I say this to say that when I talk to those who want to listen. I talk to those who want to change the way they are operated in order for us to be better as individuals, better as parents, better as wives, better as husbands, better as friends, better as neighbors, better as so-called Black people, right? So people can't talk about the truth. If people can't talk about the truth about the stupid things that we do, then Dr. Shonna's family and channel ain't for you. Because I'm going to talk about the truth. So let's go on to the stimulus package. What is that? See, the stimulus package was a wonderful way, and I say that sarcastically, for the government to come up with a bright idea to put money in the hands of the American people in order for the American people to spend the money. As simple as that. I mean, I don't know any other way to make it even more simple. It was more like, what can we do to stimulate the economy so that we can avoid a recession, so we can avoid the market prices of real estate dropping, so we can avoid the stocks and the market dropping, so we can avoid hurting our economy. Well, we know that America is filled with a whole bunch of consumers. So we put the money in their hands. They're just going to give it back to us anyway and stimulate the economy. And that is what they are banking on. There is a lot of research that they have done, especially stemming out of the 2008 stimulus package. There's a lot of research that has been done based on the 2008 situation that we had went through, and what they came to realize that putting money in the hands of certain people actually boosted the economy because people are consumers. They burn through money like it ain't funny, and they spend it. In many cases, they spend it overnight. So they're giving you money not because they are banking on you keeping this money in your pocket, but because they know that most of it, because the research, and y'all can look this up, you ain't gotta believe me, the research already indicates who are the people that are going to spend the money. Now, this is serious business for Black folk. This is serious business for Black folk because Black folk, when things like this happens to our economy, we lose our so-called wealth overnight. We wake up the next day broke. I kid you not. We wake up the next day with half of our retirement gone because the market crashes and it keeps crashing and crashing and crashing. And overnight, our money is gone. And for some people, this is devastating. Whereas for other people, this is heaven. Y'all hear what I'm saying, right? For some people, this is devastating. And for other people, this is heaven. And I'm making this video tonight because I hope those of you guys who are listening is going to join me in heaven. And in order for you to get to heaven with this stimulus check is for you not to buy your bags, your weaves. Don't go get your lipo 360 and your BBL or your breast lift or your breast augmentation. Don't go get those things. Don't go on vacation when you're able to fly and you want to go to Brazil and you want to go to Panama. That should not be on your list. Don't go get your Cardi B nails. That should not be on your list. Don't go get your Beyonce outfit in the box, whatever that Popeye's chicken outfit thing that's out there that people are buying. Not I, but people are buying it. Do not go get it. That should not be on your list. The government is expecting you to do just that. But I'm telling you that you should not do that. And we're going to get into that tonight. So make sure you go ahead and share this video. So what should you expect as a part of this stimulus package? There's 1,001 videos out there, so I am not going over everything because I don't have all night tonight to go over everything. So what I'm going to be focusing on is what many of our people are focusing on. Not all of our people, because for me, being a business owner, and yes, I am an actual business owner. I actually employ people on W-2s, right? They're not contractors. They're not 1099s. I actually have employees. So yes, for me, I'm going to benefit in other ways because I'm going to take them up on a small business loan, and I'm not going to get rid of my employees, even though that's probably a great idea to fire everybody and keep myself. But I'm not going to get rid of my employees because I don't want to pay back that loan. I'm just joking. It was funny, though, if you have a dry sense of humor like I do. I'm crude sometimes. But nonetheless, I have other interests in this stimulus package. But I know the direct payments is what a lot of people want to know about. So that's what we're going to focus on. Now, many of you guys already know from following other people and going to other people's channels about what you're going to get in the mail. We know that if you are an individual making roughly $75,000 and less, you are going to get the maximum, which is $1,200 for an individual. We're not counting children just yet. $1,200 for an individual. And every income above 75,000, the amount of refund or stimulus check reduces greatly. If you make over $99,000, you're going to get zero. See, the people that's like the $99,000 mark and above, those are the people that's going to say, okay, that's great. $1,200 ain't going to do nothing, but what I can do is invest it. Because the idea of this game is to make money work for you while you sleep. That is the idea of this game. So those of us who are informed of stocks and we're not afraid of the stock market, when the stock market drops, it's heaven for us. It is heaven. I'm already like, woo, I lost a lot of money, but bleh, I'm about to get this check. And guess where my check is going? Into that Roth IRA. I promise you that. Buy me up some stock. Because I look at it this way. I wasn't banking on that money anyway. I didn't know I was going to have that money until they came out with this whole idea anyway. So it really is money I don't really have. It's money that they're giving me, hoping that I'm going to spend it. But I got you fool, you stupid mother freakers, because I'm not that kind of person. So I don't care if you give me $500, whatever you give me, I'm putting in my IRA account. I'll tell you that much, but that's another conversation for the end of this video. Y'all just stay into it because I'm going to give y'all some ideas that y'all can do. But nonetheless, if you are head of household, a lot of people file their taxes as head of household. And if you are in that category, you make more than $112,000, roughly around there, maybe $112,500 or something like that. But the $112,000 mark, you will get your money as well. Okay. Whatever the amount is, I really don't care about the amounts. Y'all care about the amounts. You're going to have to look that up. But, I think it's $1,200 too. I don't know. I don't care about the amounts. I care about what you do with the amounts you're getting. What's up, Tori Coyson? Thank you so much for that donation. I really do, appreciate it. Do we have to complete a census survey? Thank you for all you do in the community. All right. A census survey for what, Tori Coyce? What do you mean? Do we have to complete a census survey for your stimulus check? Because no. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. And if you are somebody who is married and you file jointly and you guys make up to $150,000 in your household, you guys would get double the $1,200 check, which is $2,400, right? And then you have this thing that comes in that's called dependents. And if you have dependents in your household, you get $500 per dependent per child up to the age of 17, unless they are dependents and in college, like how you claim them on your taxes. If they're in college, it goes up to 20-something years old, and you'll get your $500 for those people who have kids in college over the age of 17. So you're going to get this $500. So let's just say if the average family in our community has 3 children, let's just say some of us have 1, some of us have too many damn children. Okay, I know that's not nice. I know some of you guys are going to say it's not nice because God blesses everybody and we are to multiply and subdue the land, yada, 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 yada. I get it, but some of y'all got too many damn kids. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. I love children. But come on, let's just be honest. Being honest. But if you have that many kids, some of us are going to get a lot of money. Whereas other people, let's just say if you're on an average of 3 children, and if you're single or head of household, you're getting $1,200. That's $1,200 plus $1,500 for the 3 children. So that would be, what is that? $2,700, something like that, right? So that's what it would be, $2,700, almost $3,000 if you have 3 children in the house. If you're married, you and your partner for that household is going to get $1,200. If you guys got 3 children on top of that, that's under the age of 17 and or dependent, then you will get your $1,500 for your 3 children plus your $2,400. So some people are going to be making out like fat rats, right? For people who are dependent on these checks, they're going to be making out like fat rats. However, if you are making way more than that, you ain't getting nothing. As simple as that. It phases out at about 198,000, if I'm not mistaken. But who cares? You guys can go look up this information if you want to. But here's what I'm going to say. There's going to be some people that's going to miss out as well on this. So if you're making X amount of money, like I just said, if you're making more than those amounts that I gave you, you're going to miss out on this. You're not going to be able to stimulate the economy. For those of us who's just going to spend the money, you're not going to be able to stimulate the economy. And for those of us who's going to invest the money, you're not going to be able to make more money off of their money that is tax-free to you. So it has been said. If people are, what's it? You know, this is the attack on men, especially our men. If you owe child support, you ain't getting no money either. So somebody's baby mama or baby daddy is going to be happy. So if you owe child support, you can go ahead and write that one off. So Toyka Skies is saying, thank you for the donation again, my beloved. He's saying, thank you. Sorry if it was off topic. I was just curious if you are required to complete the census. If we are, listen, no one is required to do anything, Turquoise. But it's a little bit off topic, and I'm going to answer that. I am suggesting if we want to be counted as a community of people, do the census. You can watch my video from last night. I go into great detail. Go ahead and watch it, take some notes, and then make your decision. But it's already 3 minutes to 12 o'clock. And if you ain't do it now, you too late anyway. So make your decision. Write your notes down, and then you have 10 more years to figure out if you're going to do it, because it comes every 10 years. But if you trust my word when I tell you to go ahead and fill it out and write ADOS or FBA under the ethnicity part, log off of this video, go do the census, and then come back on. Okay? So you got to understand that there's going to be some people that are not going to be able to get this money. So this video isn't for those people. Now let's talk about how will you get the money before we start getting into the nitty gritty. How will you get the money? I have gotten so many emails about people asking me how you're going to get the money. It depends on how you have already filed your taxes. So if you already did your 2019 taxes, and clearly that has not been me. So thank God it's to July, because I am a ultimate procrastinator, getting my receipts in order so I can write off everything, including my blanks in my eyes from rolling them so much. Got to write that off too if I can. But I'm always late, so I'm happy it is extended to July. However, they are going to count my 2018 taxes to determine whether or not Dr. Shonna is going to get the stimulus check. So if you have filed your taxes for 2019, they will determine if you're going to be eligible based on what you filed for 2019. If you have not filed your 2019 taxes, they're going to see if you are eligible based on what you filed in 2018. Now, we have different people in our community that go about doing different things in order for them to get their refund check. Some people pay their tax fees straight up out of pocket, and they put down their bank account for direct deposit. If that is what you did, if you put down your bank account for direct deposit, your check is going to be direct deposit into your bank account. That is what I believe. I don't know. It might come in the mail, but that is my understanding. However you filed it is how you're going to get your money. If you are someone who have what they call a bank product, this is very important because there's a lot of people in our community that use bank products, and that is this. Some people don't like to pay their tax accountants or their tax filing people their fees up front, and they request for their fees to come off of their taxes at the time that they're doing their tax return. And if you are one of those people, that is called a bank product, meaning You're not going to pay us your fees for filing your taxes upfront, but instead we're going to take it off of you on the back end. When you get your refund, our money is going to come out from your check. If you are one of those people, you have gotten your money in one or two ways. You either got a cashier's check issued to you from your tax preparer, and they call you and say, hey, come on down, Stephanie, your check is ready. And you go to your tax preparer, and they give you your check, your issued check from them minus their fees. Or some of you guys have requested for it to go onto a bank card, aka debit card, right? One of those type of prepaid type of situations. You have requested for it to go onto that. And if you are one of those people, you might be questioning, how are you going to get your refund check? Now, I don't know this for 100% certainty. I don't know this for a fact. But after speaking to Mr. Etienne, y'all know my last name's Etienne, right? So after speaking to him, he says, because that's what we do in this house, we own a business that operates finances. And what he says is, what he's assuming he's going to find out for me tomorrow, certainty, in all certainty, that he's assuming that for those people who have had bank cards, meaning their refund check was put on a debit card minus his fees, he believes that that refund check might go to that third party bank. That third party bank would then realize that that check belongs to that tax preparer's client, and they will send the money to that tax preparer and give them permission to issue a check. And when that check is issued, then the tax preparer will call you and say, hey, we have your stimulus check here, come pick it up. But this is not set in stone, people. I will know that information for you with certainty tomorrow, because he's going to find out that information tomorrow. He didn't have it tonight, and I didn't want to stress him the hell out because I know I ask a lot of goddamn questions. So I just let the man go ahead and go in a room and go to sleep, so I won't have to bother him with all my questions when he just got home from working, right? So I try to leave him alone and let him do his damn thing. But I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the information as he gets it from me. So for the most part, if you have gotten your checks sent to you last year in the mail by check, you're going to get your stimulus check in the mail by check. So now that we got that out the way, here's what we're going to talk about briefly, what not to do. Triple Darkness is saying America is at war with the black man. Don't expect them to give you anything. That is just what it is. Let me tell you something, Triple Darkness. There's going to be some black men that is going to get a check. It may not be you, because you're absolutely right. There is a war against our black men. You may not get a check. I don't know whether you are or are not. You might not. I don't know if you're a male or a female. I don't know. But there are going to be some black men that are going to get a check because they met the criteria, as simple as that. And they don't have child support that's owed, and they're going to get their check. And some of us are going to get our checks. So we can't try to discourage people from what is going to happen, what has already been in motion. See, the ideal of these checks, and I'm not just talking to Triple Darkness, I'm just going to reiterate it all over again. The idea of these checks is to get you to spend the money so it can go back into the economy. The ideal is not for you to invest the money. Period. It's not for you to invest the money. The idea is for you to go ahead and blow your money on stupid things. So I don't want any of us to do that. I don't want any of us to blow our money on stupid things. What are stupid things? Don't go buy furniture. Oh, I know I'm hurting some feelings now. I hate cold coffee. And I don't know why I'm drinking coffee at this hour, but it is what it is. But don't go buy furniture. So why would I say something like that? Why would I say something like that? And I'm telling you, we're going to have an honest conversation in our community. We're just going to have the honest conversation. Do not get your feelings hurt. Now, y'all know I'm an Aquarius and I'm detached and void of all those other emotions that y'all want to feel all goddamn day. This ain't about your emotion. This is about logic and reason. Do not go buy furniture. I am so sick and tired of people buying furniture with their tax returns. See, I don't know about y'all, but let me give y'all a transparent moment because maybe this will help you to know that I'm not passing judgment on any of you guys. I'm just reflected on my own childhood and my own upbringing. Let me tell you something. Every time Queen Mother, my mama, every time she got her refund check, I think we were subconsciously programmed to be super excited that we were going to get some furniture, we were going to get a television, we were going to get some clothes, we were going to get some sneakers, we was going to get something in the stores that we really didn't need. And I didn't know growing up we didn't need those things. This was just a perpetual habit that my mother had. And we have to break these generational curses. We have to break these things, these bad habits that we continuously do. So when I say don't go buy furniture, I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny. I'm telling the truth. Don't go buy furniture. I know people in the hood have this tendency of renting furniture. Rent a center. That's predatory lending. That's what that is. It is meant to take your money. It is meant for you to purchase furniture at 2, 3, 4 times the amount that the furniture is really worth because you think you're on this great payment plan. And I'm only saying this because these were the stupid things my mom used to do. May she rest in peace. And she didn't know no better. I'm not mad at my mama. If any of you guys follow me on Instagram, I gave you guys a whole 1 hour of me talking about this. One person had wrote me in and I self-disclosed a lot. And I gave you guys an example of a 6-ounce bottle versus a 16.9-ounce bottle. My mama was the 6-ounce bottle. And it's not for any insult to my mother whatsoever. What she was is what she was, and all that she had to operate in is what she was. And I was 6 ounces. So what she did not know, she just didn't know. And I was a child, so I couldn't teach her. What she didn't know, she just didn't know. And I watched my mama do these things. And if I wasn't committed to learning a different way of being, I would have repeated those same things. If I wasn't committed to cultivating my mind and to elevating my thinking, I would have been doing those same things because there are a lot of people in communities that I grew up in the Bronx, aka the hood. There's a lot of people who do things like that as the norm. They get their check, they go to the furniture store and they get their furniture and they are proud about how their apartment that they are renting appears. So don't go spending on furniture. Don't go buy clothes and shoes. See, this is another thing in our community. Come on, we got to talk about it. I'm going to get to the solutions, I promise. But before I get to the solutions, I got to talk about the problems. I absolutely do. There's another thing that we do when it comes to clothing and shoes is that we have this thing that we start planning how we're going to spend our refund checks when we get it. And on that list for many of us is summer shopping for our kids. And we say, because, she gonna need some sneakers. They grow so fast. Kids grow so fast. I saw these nice sneakers and stuff. You gotta go to H&M. H&M gotta sell. Oh, Levi do too. Oh, you want to go to the outlet next week? Let's go to the outlet this week. Let's get the summer clothes. You gotta get the summer clothes on the way. I'm gonna put some of this money aside, and I'm buying school supplies too. But I'm gonna get the summer clothes, and I'm also gonna get them shoes that I saw. You saw that bag? I saw that bag. Oh, that bag is on sale. That bag. This is what we do. We sit down there. We have a whole goddamn conversation, especially us women. We have a whole goddamn conversation about the things that we are going to buy with our income taxes. And when we get them stimulus checks, we have the same goddamn conversation. And the U.S. government is banking on you having those conversations about how you intend on spending, not investing, how you intend on spending your refund check. Because they need you to do that to try to prolong the inevitable of a recession or to try to so-called prevent it from happening. So they want you to spend your money back in the economy. So they love your phone conversations you having with your girlfriend about all the things you're going to do and all the things you're going to buy with the refund check. Right? Kevin says, Dr. Shonna, don't delete me, but some people have to buy some piece of clothing. Why, Kevin? Tell me about those people that have to buy some clothing with their stimulus check. Let me say something, Kevin. You're going to have to let me know what you mean, Kevin. And I'm not going to delete you. I wouldn't delete you for something like that. You didn't say anything rude. That's your opinion. That's okay. That's cool. You got yours. I got mine. You're not being disrespectful. I just don't like disrespectful people and distractors. And I don't think that's a distraction because that might be a situation. And I want to know why you believe that. Kevin said underclothes and socks. And somebody else says leggings. Leggings? Baby, summer is coming. Leggings? Where you wearing leggings at? Underclothes and socks. So before you was getting that $1,200, what was you wearing? What was you wearing? See, we got to learn how to be resourceful people. Because the reason why I say we have to learn how to be resourceful people is a difference between spending that $1,200 for some leggings and socks. Let's be honest. Do you really need to spend $1,200 for some leggings and underwears and socks? Let's just be honest. Do we really need to spend that much money on clothes? See, Kevin, I get what you're saying. See, there go Kevin again with clean underwear and socks. We got to learn how to be resourceful people, Kevin, because if you are that poor, and I believe some of us are, where you cannot purchase for yourself clean underwears and socks, I know of many organizations, and I'm actually contracted by one of them. I know of many organizations that gives out these items. So we have to be resourceful. You can get clean underwear and socks right now, Kevin, without a stimulus check. See, if our mind is automatically thinking that way, we will continue in the same situations that we are in right now. Yes, Sharon. Sharon said, what were you wearing before the $1,200? What were you wearing before the $1,200? Let me tell you something. My grandmother always tell this funny story. And it ain't really funny, but the way my grandmother talks is very funny to me. She's 94 years old. The woman still lives on her own. Let me tell you what she used to say. She was like, baby, you better get that needle and that thread and learn how to mend them their socks. That's what we had to do. We had to mend our socks. One little hole, you want to throw out a sock. Come on. Somebody said they're going to get Gucci socks and Louis drawers. You know that's right. That's what they're going to go buy. But nonetheless. So let's go on. Don't get clothes and shoes. Not with that $1,200. Don't get clothing and shoes with it because it's stupid. For what? For what? For what? And if you feel that you have to get something, throw your pride and your ego in the garbage, take out a small amount of money from that $1,200 and go to the Goodwill or go to a consignment store, go to a thrift shop. Because I promise you there, you can find some badass stuff in a consignment store. You can find some badass clothes in a thrift shop. I promise you, if you take your time, you'll come out looking like $1,000,000. Go to the right community. Go to the right. I mean, I know consignment stores where you can get real authentic with the date code tags. So those of us who do stupid things, like myself, sometimes I'm guilty. I haven't done it in a long time, but I'm guilty with my designer bags. So we already know that if you got an official bag and you lift up the flag or you look in the pocket or you look on the side, depending on where to put it at, we'll find the date code so we can let all the jokers that wear bootlegs know what's real and what's not. So we already know where our date codes are for our bags, right? But I have gotten official bags official bags out of consignment stores for $300-$400. Yves Saint Laurent, Gucci, Louis. I kid you not. Authentic. And they always think, oh my gosh, she spends a lot of money on her bags. No, baby, the only thing I spend money on is my cars. I just know what consignment stores to go to. Put that shit on layaway. I promise you that. I'm like, ooh, well, where did this one come from? Oh, Mary died last week. She was 96 years old. Why the hell Mary got a Louis bag? And they cleaned out her estate. Kids didn't want the bags. Everybody rich. They don't need the goddamn bags. They bring the bags to the consignment stores. I just happened to walk by, see the shit in the window. Whoop, let me go on in there. How much is that one? Oh, you only want $350 for a $3,000 bag. I'll take it. Give it to me. So you got to know how to be resourceful. That was a little sidetrack, but I'm telling y'all the truth. I just gave y'all a little secret. Now all of y'all going to be looking up consignment stores. I gave y'all a little secret. Thank me later. Thank me later. Right? Somebody said, I found Coach bags for $1. Linda, can I be a little bougie for a second, Linda? Just for a little second. Baby Linda, I don't do Coach. I bought my daughter Coach when she was 12 years old. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, back. No, I'm not. But let's go back to the conversation. Don't buy clothes. Don't buy shoes. Don't buy hair. Don't buy bags. Now, I just had a whole conversation about bags, right? But I haven't bought a bag in like 2 years. I promise you that. I haven't bought a bag in a very long time. Because I don't have to. Got a whole closet. I don't need another bag. And my husband likes to buy those things. He likes to buy those things. I can care less. I just like my car. I'll run you over. Leave a Mercedes print in your forehead. I like my car. I don't need the bags. But don't buy cars either. Don't buy cars. Don't buy bags. Don't buy hair. Wait. I have an exception to cars. If you need to get to work and you know that your car is unreliable and if that sucker break down one more goddamn time, you're going to lose your job, go buy a car because you're going to make money. That's an exception, right? If you know your car is on its last leg and you got to get to work and there is no public transportation that go to your job or you got too many goddamn kids to drop all over the place before you get to work and you need a car, get a car because that's going to help you keep your job. I understand that. But don't just go get a car to flossing out if you ain't got it. If you got to go take out a car note, you ain't got it. You ain't got it. You ain't got it. Right? Another conversation. Don't go buy weed. Don't go buy weed. Don't go buy weed. I know it's going to make some people mad. Because a lot of people don't like to admit that they got smoking habits. Some people be spending $2,000, $3,000 a month on weed. You know what you can do with $2,000, $3,000 a month? Do you know what you can do? Some people go and spend, I kid you not. I know people where I'm like, damn, you buying another guy. Somebody said, can I just get a little weed? Don't go buy weed. Don't go use your stimulus check to buy weed. No, Jordan, you cannot go buy weed with your stimulus check. You can't. Don't go buy weed. And don't go gambling it. Don't go thinking you're going to turn your $1,200 into $2,400 because chances are you're going to lose your $1,200. So don't go gamble it. Somebody said, who's buying that much weed? Yes, people are. You forget I'm a therapist and all types of people come to me. I don't discriminate. I love all of the families and women and men that I work with. I work from the street pharmacist all the way up to the doctor. Everybody needs their mental health taken care of. And you'd be surprised what I hear in my sessions. Some people spend astronomical amounts of money on weed, and every session they're complaining about being broke. But the one thing when we do financial social work, and the one thing we got to cut out is weed. That's the one thing they don't want to cut out. They will argue with Dr. Shonna to the T. I'll be rolling off my sleeves like, come on, bro, we can get it in. We can argue all day because that's the one thing that's holding you back. But they don't want to have the conversation. So yes, people do spend money on weed. I kid you not. Kid you not. So what are we going to spend our money on? And then I'm out of here. It's 45 minutes in. I got maybe like 5 to 10 minutes and I'm out, fam. This is what we're going to spend our money on. Here's some solutions. I know what I'm saying is hard for many people because they don't want to invest their whole $1,200 to $3,000, depending on how many kids they have. They don't want to invest all of their money. I get it. But can you at least somebody write this in. Somebody at least put 60% of the money away. 60%. Invest 60% of it. Investing it is not keeping it in a checkings account or a savings account that you can go access. That's not investing your money. That's not investing your money. See, the ideal of investment is for your money to grow for you. So if you don't want to do all of your refund check, I get it. Can you at least put 60% away? That's not a lot of money. That's not a lot of money. 60%. 60%. If it was $1,000, I'm asking you to invest $600. That is $400 for you to go buy your sneakers. $400 for you to go spend on your quality hair. $400 for you to buy your iPhone or your what's the competitor, the Droid, your Samsung, your S10, whatever. $400. Invest 60%. Thank you for that, champion. Thank you for that, Gregory. Invest 60% of your money. Somebody says 60 after my girl takes 50. Well, if your girl works, your girl should be getting her own goddamn income tax. What you mean after she take 50? Invest 60. Yes, invest 60. The second thing I want you guys to consider, because I'm going to give you guys 8 things y'all can do. Number 2, open a business. Open a business. Or those of you guys that have already had businesses and you know that the only way your business is going to really pop how you need it to pop is if you market your business right. Take that stimulus check and hire somebody with proven results that is into marketing and branding. Proven results. Don't be listening to people who tell you they can do all these things, and just because they have a nice fluffy proposal and they promise they're going to do all these things for you and your business, and the next thing you know, you give them your stimulus check and your business is still not popping, that's going to be a problem. You want to sit down, you want to interview people who's going to be honest with you. And when I say honest with you, if your business sucks, you need people to tell you your idea is not good and you should not keep going with this idea because it ain't going to make you any money. So that you won't give that person your stimulus check that promise you nothing that they can deliver, and then you be in the same situation. So it's either you got money so that you start a business that you always wanted to start, or you have money to brand and market your business appropriately. Don't try to do it yourself. If you don't have experience in marketing, if you don't have experience in branding, please don't start doing it now. Do not go building $1,200 websites. It ain't necessary in 2020. It's not necessary. Focus on your marketing, focus on your brand, focus on your product. So if you know that you have something that's going to make you more money, you should be investing your money in that. Now, as for me, somebody said, can you be my accountability partner? I used to always do that, accountability partners, and it's so time consuming to do that. And the people that I've started with, we all opened our businesses, and that was many years ago. So right now, unfortunately, I'm not taking on any more clients in that way. But you can go ahead and visit my website. It's in the link. Visit my business website. It's my first and last name.com. Visit that business website. You can see the things that I do. If anything you need from there, just go ahead and to fill out the form or send me an email. I'll get back to you. Give me a phone number. I'll call you. We can talk about how I can help you. But in that area, accountability partner, I already did that, and it's worked for me successfully. Right now, I just don't have the time to dedicate to somebody so that I can get their business off the ground in that way. I don't have the time to do it, but I would love to help you in any way I can. So just look at what I do, see if I'm a fit for you, let me know and we'll see what we can do together. But accountability partner, I can't promise you that. I have way too many things in my calendar. I can't do that. And I'm just being honest with you. So sometimes a no is not a bad thing, right? Sometimes a no is a yes. It may be a no for you, but it's a yes to my sanity, right? So I love you for that, though. I appreciate that. However, back to the business. Open your business. Open your business. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. And if you already have a business that you're not making the money that you want, really look at what is stopping you from making the money that you want to make and use that money to invest in that area that is stopping you so you can make more money with it. So let's go on to number 3 because I'm almost out of here, guys. Number 3, take care of your necessities. Clothing, hair, bags, nails, lashes, cars, with an exception. Cars was an exception. Those are not your necessities. Your necessities are your food. If you don't have food in your house, let's be honest, some of us do not have food in our houses. Let's be honest. This is not an insult. This is not hurting people. If you don't have food in your house, take a portion of it to go get some food in your house. You don't need to spend $1,200 in grocery. Depending on the size of your family, it might be anywhere from $100 to $200-$300. Depending on your size of your family. You don't got to buy everything name brand. Let me tell you something about Joyce Butler. That was my mama. God bless her. May she rest in peace. Let me tell you about Joyce Butler. I grew up back in the days when the no frills box was white with black letters and it said no frills. And she used to make, in my opinion, 5-star meals off of no frills food. I ain't too proud of bag. So you don't have to go to the supermarket and buy the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. You can go buy the No Frills Sweet Flakes or whatever it's called. You ain't got to buy all that fancy stuff. You don't got to buy all that fancy stuff. That's how I look at it. So if you're going to go buy food, even with the food, let me tell you something. I was in a market the other day and I looked at this woman's cart. I was behind her. She had all types of ridiculous items in her cart. And I was saying to myself, well, damn, she must be balling out. And of course, she used her EBT card to pay for it. But she had the most expensive thing. I mean, her cart compared to my cart, you would have thought my family was starving. Or she was preparing for the apocalypse. I don't know which one was which. But all types, listen. She had piles of steak in her cart. I mean, not one box, not two. She had piles. I believe it was steak. Now, I don't eat meat, but I believe it was steak. But she had piles of it in her cart. She had snow crab legs. She had shrimps. She had so many things. And she had every goddamn name brand cereal in her cart. Every name brand potato chip in her cart. She had boxes of, the cases of the sodas in her cart. And that's just ridiculous spending. It's ridiculous. But let's just be honest. Yes, Chastity. Chastity said crispy rice, not Rice Krispies. Absolutely. And guess what? They all taste the same goddamn way. Well, at least in my household, they do. My kids won't even know what the other stuff tastes like. Because for them, Trader Joe's is like popping, right? If I brought something else in the house that was outside of that, they'd be like, Mama, you okay? You done bump your head? You bought us some Captain Crunch? They'll be looking at me like I done lost my mind because that's not how we shop in this house. So you ain't got to go buy ridiculous things. I want you to buy your necessities, but you don't have to go buy ridiculous things. I want you to pay your rent. But the truth is, see, some of us, we're going to have to pay our rent. But some of us in communities that we live in, $1,200 ain't going to cut it. If you're renting or you have a mortgage, $1,200 isn't going to cut it. So let's just be honest. You ain't going to spend your $1,200 on your rent because it ain't going to cut it because your rent is probably $2,500. So let's just be honest. You ain't spending your money on that. So what you going to spend it on? Invest it. Invest it. If you ain't got no soap in your house, you need soap. Somebody said, I need hot sauce and chips. You better stop playing. You better stop playing. You don't need no damn hot sauce and chips. What you need to do is invest it and make your own hot sauce and make your own chips and sell it. That's what you need to do. You know what reminds me of this whole stimulus thing? Let me think this is. Right? Somebody says she think it's a game until the government clip her wings off that EBT. Now you know, Silk Teen. You know I'm not kidding. Y'all all know. Y'all seen people like that in the supermarket, and they have, like, I mean, the stuff that they have in their cart, paying with EBT cards. I'm like, damn, y'all eating good. Like, can I buy some food stamps off of you? Because they are eating well. I'm not. I be looking at them like, well, I look at their cart and look at my cart, but see, I'm trying to live. So I don't mind the broccoli in my cart. I don't mind the Brussels sprouts in my cart, the asparagus in my cart, the banana, the grapes, the strawberries in my cart, the kombucha in my cart, the water in my cart, the nuts in my cart. I don't mind those things in my cart. I'm just saying, damn, if a chick wanted to live, can I borrow your EBT for a night? Damn, they be bugging out in these carts. But that's the kind of people that the government is banking on. If we're just honest, that's the kind of people that the government is banking on with these $1,200 checks. They want those people to get excited, to wow out and go buy their 10,000-inch screen TV. That's what they want. And I'm not being funny. I'm just being honest. They want us to go out and buy those things. They want us to go out and buy them Jordans, those Huaraches. You know, I'm a simple girl. I'm somebody who rocks 5411s. They ain't 5411s anymore, and I'm not a size 7 in girls. However, I love my 5411s, and them suckers are $70. Do y'all think I bought it at $70? No. When I went out there to go get my 5411s, I got my 5411s for $39.99 on clearance. My girlfriend said, well, how you find it at $39.99? I paid $70 for mine. You's a fool. I took my time. I drove from more to more until I found a sale. Because I am not giving somebody $70 that I used to pay $54.11 for. It ain't never going to happen. Right? Yes, Mary E. Mary C. E. said, my New Balance still work. Listen. And I still stop trafficking them 5411s. It don't matter. Low tops or high tops. I still stop traffic. Play no games. I don't need all of that stuff. I don't need all of that stuff. Somebody said, what up, 5411? Stacy Green, how old are you? 5411, size 7 and girls. You don't remember that song, Stacy? How old you are? As my mother would say, how old you is? 5411? Those are Reeboks. Yes, Gregory, the Reeboks, the high top Reeboks. So you around my age, Stacy. Stop playing. You know about them 5411 high top Reebok classics. Everybody's saying Reebok, Reebok, Reebok. That was a song. 5411, size 7 and girls. Okay, never mind. Back to the conversation. Oh, see, now Stacy gets it. She's like, oh, D Chandler's like, Reebok. Yes, I still wear them. I'm like Alicia Keys in the 50. Remember that song she had? Okay, never mind. Another conversation. Gregory says, I'm 22, and I know that. Oh, you're 22? My daughter's 21. Gregory, how you look? I'm just kidding. My daughter will have my head. Okay, so Stacy, 5411s isn't the name. See, I grew up in New York. And they were $49.99 plus tax. And with tax, they came out to $54.11. So who was the person that made that song? Was that LL Cool J? So when they put it in the songs, and because LL is from New York, he's saying 5411 size 7 and girls, because that's what we paid. We paid 5411s. So when we grew up on a block, we would just say, Mom, can I get some? I want to get a pair of 5411s. That's all it was. Give me $54.11. I was getting my Reeboks. Period. Yes, so Stacey said they're very comfortable. Girl, tell me about it. But nonetheless, here's another thing I want y'all to do. Other than taking care of your necessities, which is number 3, we got about 2 minutes and I'm out of here. I want you guys, this is real serious. Listen to me, come closer because I'm being really serious. I want you guys to restore your license. There are a lot of us out here who don't have our licenses anymore. They're suspended or they have fines on them and we have never restored them. And nowadays, when you go for employment, many employers want to know that you have a license. So stop being lazy take a portion of your stimulus check and go restore your license, whether it's your driving license, well, that's what I'm particularly talking about. But some people have some licenses, real estate licenses that they have allowed to lapse. You need to go and restore that. Some people have licenses to practice in certain fields or certain industries that they have allowed to lapse. Go restore that. Driver license, go restore that. If it's anything, if you're almost done with your CDL and you only have one last portion, you need to go take a course and finish your CDL. You need to get whatever license it is, driving or whatever, get it. Use your stimulus check for you to do that, because that's going to allow you to make more money. Right? I told you I got something in store for y'all. It's my late night conversation. It's a serious video, but it ain't a serious video. You get what I'm saying? Here's another thing for you guys. Number 5, pay for your licensures. Some of you guys have passed tests and you've never taken the opportunity to actually pay the money you need to pay to get your license or your certifications. But having that HVAC certification, having that boiler room certification, having that license to practice to be a clinician like I am, whatever the case is, having that cosmetology license or certifications. We're not doing those things. We have allowed these things to, I'm sorry. It's DMX. Somebody said DMX. You're absolutely right. Not L Cool J. You're absolutely right. DMX. That's right. Y'all know I love DMX, right? He crazy. But I love me some DMX. You know, I'm ridiculous. People that meet me be like, Dr. Shonna, you listen to that? Shit, it be trap music up in here. But of course, I can do that. But nonetheless, as I was saying, there are a lot of licenses and certifications that $1,200 can pay for, so that you can increase your skills and ultimately increase your income. There's a lot of guys who have histories of incarceration and they don't realize that you can still get your HVAC, and you getting paid $25 an hour, to some cases $50 an hour. You need to do it. Some cases you got to get a superintendent's license so you can manage properties, be the super of buildings and properties, but you need some cases you need your license. Go ahead and pay for your courses, pay for your certification, take them courses so that you can increase your skills and increase your money. Honey, right? You got to do that. I sit down and I look at girls with so much talent. They can beat the hell out of a face and they don't have no cosmetology license. And when I say why, because they couldn't afford the beauty school. You're going to get your stimulus check. You got you and your 4 or 5 kids, not being funny, but you're going to get $500 per child. If you got 4 kids, at $500, that's $2,000 additional on top of your $1,200. You banking $3,200. Take your ass to cosmetology school, get your license, and become employed for yourself. Start opening up a little shop. You ain't got to spend a lot of money. Get a mobile shop. Get creative. I don't care how you have to do it. But go ahead to school and get your license. Get certified. The difference between somebody who's certified or licensed versus somebody who's not is money. There's a lot of things that you can do that you only need a high school diploma or GED to do. Let me tell you something. For some of you guys who have been with me on Facebook and you've seen how I do my videos, I stopped really going on Facebook that often, but I do a lot of videos on Facebook. And some of you guys know that I was preparing my daughter for coming out of getting her bachelor's degree. She's graduated in May. She's a pre-med student. And prior to her going to medical school, she's taking a gap year to work. And I sat down and I found her all these different tracks that she can take to get medical experience before she goes to medical school. And we found something called a surgical technician, and it's also a surgical assistant or something like that as well. Both of them. It doesn't matter which one it is in the hospital. Yes, it is a 15-month to 18-month course. It's not even a long course. 15 to 18 months, you get your surgical tech license or certification, whatever it is, and you go into work in a hospital. You starting at $50,000 if you're in this area, in a northern eastern part of the world. You starting at $50,000. Some of them are coming out making $65,000. And the only thing you need is a high school diploma or a GED. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? This is how we need to be thinking. Right? This is how we need to be thinking. What can you use that money for? Are you really increasing your skills? Are you really thinking about ways that you can make more money? That's what I would use that $1,200 for. Number 6, I already said it. Sign up for courses to increase your skills, whatever they are. I don't care if it's a real estate course. Let me tell you, I was just talking to somebody today, and the brother just lost his job, and he's in the financial industry where he deals with private lenders. That means like those are the people that lend out money to people who are investors in real estate, and they give them big loans, right? Real fast, real quick, real easy, so they can invest in real estate to not only pay them back, but increase their income as well. And I said to him, now that you are out of work, what do you plan on doing? We was chopping it up. And I said to him, I said, do you have a real estate license? And he said, no, I was thinking about it. I said, thinking about it? Why are we thinking about it? They have online real estate courses where they get you prepared to take your state test. Sign up for one of those courses. Since you out of work now, you in your house, you out of work. Sign up for a course and become a real estate license agent. Now you're going to have to do the work, but he's already in the industry. He's already built his network. He has already met people. Go ahead and get your real estate license so you can gain access into the multi-listing service, the MLS, so you can know what properties are hitting the market. You can know how to work that sucker and make your money. Because let me tell you something, when this market crashes and people start losing their houses, there's going to be people like me that are wolves, and we're going to, I'm waiting. I'm sitting there like this. Ooh, who's going to lose their house? And I'm not trying to be funny, but I am sitting there like that. Who's going to lose their house so I can snatch me up a 3-family house? Rent them suckers out. Because you know what happened? When people lose their house, they got to rent. They got to rent. That's passive income. That's making money when you sleep. That's residual income. Right? Shit, I'm just telling the truth. Number 7, pay down your debt if it's going to make a difference. If it's going to make a difference. And what I mean by that is if you're getting your $3,000 stimulus check and you owe $100,000, that $3,000 ain't going to put a dent in $100,000. So what you need to do is keep cash on hand and learn to invest that somewhere else to grow it as opposed to paying down that debt. But if you're getting $3,000 and you got $800 on a credit card that you know you have not been keeping up with, you've been paying the minimum balance, getting interest fees like out of the ass, and you don't know what to do with it, and it just keeps growing and growing. It's $800 this month, and next month is $950. You need to take money, $950 out of that stimulus check and just pay that off. Stop playing with this petty debt. I don't understand why people who have petty debt allow these things to back up. Now, if you don't have the money, I get it. You shouldn't be spending money on debt, but I understand that people got to live. People got to live. And sometimes people crank up their debt because they don't have an income coming in. They got to live. I understand that. What I'm saying is if that is you and that stimulus check can pay off your debt, and paying off your debt ain't going to evict you or put you in a homeless shelter, pay off your debt. Pay off your debt. Pay off your debt. For those of us who may not already have debt to pay off, meaning like we already messed it up so bad, we already taken out deals, and we are out of that, but our credit is just shot. Our score just looks ridiculous, and we can't get nothing on credit because our score is embarrassing. Then maybe you should use a portion of that money to increase your credit score. But I know there are a lot of programs that will increase your credit score for free. But if you're not one of those people that's going to do your research, maybe you can go ahead and pay somebody to do that for you, if that's the case. But increase your credit score. And last but not least, and then I'm out, I promise you, Some of us, we really need to start building our emergency fund, because if this whole situation with this pandemic that's going on, if it hasn't taught us anything, it taught us that many of us, they ain't got no goddamn emergency fund. And you need to have that. You need to have an emergency fund. Some people say 3 months, some people say 6 months, but let me tell you something, get something in there that you're not going to spend. We have to discipline ourselves. Discipline ourselves that we're not going to go into our normal bank, our TD bank, our Capital One bank, our Wells Fargo bank, you know, whatever bank that you're a part of, our Chase Bank. We're not going to go into our bank and gain access to this so-called emergency fund. It should be in a bank that is not easy for you to access. Whether you open it up online, or whether it's a bank that don't give out debit cards, or you have to pay extra money to get a debit card so you won't have easy access to your money. It needs to be a bank like that. That's what I got for you guys. But if nothing else, please just don't go blowing this money. Now, I know some of us going to be like, whatever, she bugging out. I want to get this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to do this. And you're going to do that anyway. Okay, happy for you. This video is not for you. I'm talking about, we got to learn to do something different. And the U.S. government wants us to take this money to give it right back to them. Why are you going to give them back free money? Well, you know, nothing in life is free. Nothing in life is free. So don't think this is free money, because it's going to kick us in our ass in another way. If you pay taxes and you in a system, it's going to kick you in the ass another way. So don't think this is a free money. This isn't free money. But here's what I want you to do. Since you know it's going to hurt your ass in the long run, you might as well invest it and make some money off of it. I am. My stocks are down just like anybody else's. I've lost a lot of money, but guess what? I ain't losing no sleep and I ain't crying. Better go buy some gold, go buy some stocks. I ain't crying. I'm not crying one iota. I love it. Because when this stimulus check come in, I'm putting that money in the IRA account. I have to. I'm self-employed. I pay for my own health insurance. I pay for my own retirement fund. I pay for my own stocks. I pay for all of that stuff. So I don't got no employee paying that stuff for me. All that stuff comes out of my pockets. So I got to secure my future for when I'm ready to retire. So when that money come in, with them kids that I have, them 3 kids that I have, that's an extra $1,500. When that money comes in with them kids, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it right into my IRA. I'm going to buy some more stockings, buy low, because the market ain't going to stay low forever. I'm going to buy low. And then the other money that I'm sitting on that I never touch and I just let it stay there, the minute people start losing their houses, I'm going to buy a house, a real estate rental property. I sure is. I sure is. And I suggest you do that too. I suggest you do it too. So there you go. That's right, Felicia. Felicia said gold and silver. Hey, listen, buy something, just don't spend it. That's the only thing I'm asking you guys not to do, is spend this damn money. The government is banking on you to spend it, because we are some consumers, and we already know all the reports. Black people spend blah 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 $1 trillion. They love the fact that we are conspicuous consumers. They love that. They love the fact that they put $1 in our hand today is going to be gone tomorrow. We are like those what's the name of that? Okay, so I know some of y'all like to read the Bible and stuff, right? And it's great stories in the Bible, great stories that can help you financially speaking. But y'all remember the story about the guy with the talents? I know some of y'all don't, so let me just tell you. Y'all know this is not no religious video, because y'all know I'm not a religious person. But let me tell you something. There's a story in the Bible about the talents, right? And the talents is really about investment. It's really about investment. See, there's a lot of secrets, a lot of gems when it comes to money. I don't know why Christians think they got to be all meek. The meek shall inherit the earth, and they all poor. And nobody in the Bible was poor like that, baby. And those who were poor was trying to get rich. Trust and believe. Ain't nobody was poor like that. Y'all better read the Bible that I read. They were not poor. And let me tell you about the talents. Because this is what's going to happen with some of y'all. I'm going to be honest with y'all. So there was the farmer, the vineyard guy who gave out money. He gave one talent, which is money, right? One talent to one guy, two talents to another guy, and five talents to another guy. And he was going to come back to collect his money. The person that he gave five talents to, he doubled it, and the guy gave him back 10 talents. The other person that he gave two talents to, he doubled it, and the guy gave back four talents. The one that he gave one talent to, he didn't double it. He got afraid because he didn't know what was going to happen. So he buried the talent, and it didn't make any money. He didn't even put it in a bank. And so when the vineyard guy, the farmer came back to collect, he was like, well, you lazy servant. You lazy servant. You didn't even invest it in a bank so that I can gain interest on my money. He was like, but I was afraid. I didn't want to lose your money, so I buried it. He didn't do anything with the money. He just buried the money, went about his business like nothing. Didn't make any money on that free money. Didn't make any money whatsoever. And when the guy came back, he took away that one talent and he gave it to the guy who had five talents. Why? Because that guy that had five talents knows how to double to make more. So let it be a lesson that this is going to be your test. This is going to be your test. What will you do with your stimulus check? What will you do? Will you splurge on it? Will you spend it all away, or will you grow it? How many of us plan on doubling it? If we get $3,000, how many of us are going to walk away with $6,000? If we get $1,200, how many of us are going to walk away with $2,400? That is your test. That is your test. Somebody said double, right? A bag of excuses. That's all that person had was a bag of excuses. I thought you was going to get mad that I ain't make no money. So you bury it. So you make no money. Your money is the same amount of value that it was going in. It went in one and it came out one. You didn't even double it. You didn't even turn it into two. Let me tell you something. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a double mine. So go ahead and give me whatever I get. If I get $900, I bet you'll be $1,800 in a month. She. All right, brothers and sisters, I gotta go. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. This was my late night conversation. Pharaoh Monk is saying he lost money because of inflation. He sure did lose money. And see, Pharaoh, I'm glad you brought that up. I said I was gonna get out of here. Those who got to go, I understand you got to go, but y'all know, y'all never going to get me like this. Y'all know I usually don't talk about money. Nobody knows my lifestyle. Nobody knows what I do. I usually don't talk about money, but since Pharaoh wants to talk about money, let's talk about inflation. This is why this is serious. This is why it's serious. So I was talking to a brother the other day, and this is a brother that always boasts about how much his retirement fund is. Ooh, his retirement fund that he gets from his employer. Ooh, he worked for the government and he has hundreds of thousands of dollars from his employer. Ooh, his retirement fund. So I was speaking to the brother, and the brother said to me, do you know how much money I've lost since this market crash? This is ridiculous. The government needs to open back up and put people to work. I'm retiring in 5 years. This is ridiculous. But let me tell you something, brother. Even though you retiring in 5 years, and this is ridiculous. You don't have no other money coming in. You have no other residual money. You were just banking on your retirement money. You's a fool. Do you know how many people retire and they have to wind up going to get a part-time job because they realize that their retirement money cannot sustain them because their retirement money does not account for inflation? Like, people don't understand that. People don't understand that concept of inflation. They don't understand how that works against you. Everything's a scheme. Everything's a scam. That's all it is. It works against you, and they don't understand. And they retire, and they think they're living in life and getting little checks, and they having fun. And the next thing you know, their bones start hurting, and they're 70 years old, and they're 75 years old, and they ain't got enough money. Ain't got enough money. And there are 65-year-olds and 70-year-olds working part-time. You see them in Walmart. You see them in Dunkin' Donuts. You see them in fast food chains. You see them in restaurants serving Fridays. I see them all over. Ain't got enough money. Why? Because the taxes on their houses still going up. Why? Because they was convinced to take out a loan on their house to send their kids to school, or somebody was getting married and they want to have a ridiculous wedding. So they take out money on top of their houses to help their wonderful daughter or their wonderful son get married with this lavish, ridiculous wedding, and they broke and now they got to pay off that mortgage, or they get sick, or their Medicare bills, they weren't expecting those bills, and it's just be eating away at their money, eating away, eating away, eating away, eating away, eating away. And then they wind up working their asses off again at 70 years old. Shit. That's right, Pharaoh. Pharaoh said 80-year-old Walmart greeter. Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of jokers be out there talking about, well, I'm good. I'm good. I work for government. I'm good. I'm good. And I just sit up there like, all right. I don't say nothing. I just like, you know how many of them I have in my office on my couch that ain't good? Okay. I treat a lot of baby boomers. The baby boomers love me. I'll be like, okay, you say so. Oh, retired postal worker. Okay, if you say so. Right? I'm telling you. But anyway, somebody said it's Pharaoh Boyce Watkins. It is time for me to get off this feed now. All right, I am 21 minutes over. I love you guys, family. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. You guys be blessed. Don't you spend them damn stimulus checks. Invest them. Invest them. Peace and blessings, family. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Don't matter. Just engage and interact. I see y'all all maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday, but I'll see y'all soon. Have a good night.